What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the JTW Sports Show. And today we are back with our Week 10 Power Rankings. So, hey, just like we do every week, Will, TJ, how you guys feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready to get into these power rankings. I got a couple surprises for mine.
Okay, TJ.
I got a couple disappointments.
Okay, all right. Yes, as you can see, we're back on Zoom. Our last video we tried it in person, and it worked out decent. It was okay. But we're figuring since we're gonna be away from each other pretty soon, it might as well just continue on Zoom for a while. So yeah, hey, let's get straight into it. Will, top 5 power rankings. Let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna start at number 5 this week. Last week I had the Cowboys at 5, the Titans at 4, Rams at 3, Cardinals 2, Packers 1. Cowboys had a bad loss to the Denver Broncos, TJ's team. So they're out. My number 5 team this week, I'm bumping them into my top 5, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 5. They had a bye week, so they had a bye week, right?
They did have a bye week. That's why
They didn't
top 5 is a little questionable.
Yeah, but I think them at 5 is good. My number 4 team is going to be the Los Angeles Rams, who I had at number 3 last week. They didn't play good at all against Tennessee, but I still think they deserve to be a top 5 team in the league. My number 3 team is going to be the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers looked bad, but they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. So
defensively, they did not look bad. The defense gave them opportunity after opportunity.
But
Jordan Love looked bad. Jordan Love to look bad.
I can't knock them for not having Aaron Rodgers, and they still almost won, surprisingly. So they're my number 3 team. At number 2, I have the Tennessee Titans. I told y'all I had a little surprise. I know y'all hate the Titans, but look, man, they're 7-2. They just beat the Rams, who we were talking so much good about last week. And I mean, I think they can keep it going. I really do. And then
why do you stay cursing these teams that you like, bro? Like,
we'll see. And then number 1, I think they moved back into the number 1 spot is the Arizona Cardinals. They were down last week, in my opinion, and then they moved right back up with the Green Bay loss.
Okay, I can dig it. It's a good top 5. So
the cursed top 5. It is a cursed top 5.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with mine next. And so from 5 to 1, from last week, I had the Dallas Cowboys at 5, Buccaneers at 4, Packers at 3, Cardinals 2, and Rams at 1. Obviously, maybe I'm the curse, but the Rams did have a terrible loss. But I'm gonna lead into my top 5, and speaking of another loss, yeah, the Cowboys. They also lost a bad game, and I can't see them back in this top 5. So I'm gonna have to bump out the Cowboys, and my 5th best team in the league right now is gonna be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look, yeah, they were on a bye. I still love the Bucs. I still think that they are a Super Bowl favorite, in my opinion. I think they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I think they're a great team. They're gonna do it. There's nothing else really I can say about it. Number 4. See, this one's interesting, and I'm gonna go with a similar path as Will, and I'm gonna put the Tennessee Titans in there. Obviously, I don't think they're gonna keep it up, but considering the fact that they did just beat a really good team, all this, all that,
they have the second best record in the league right now.
Exactly, they have. I think they're 7-2.
Second best is just the first loser.
Very good, Todd.
Coming from a Broncos fan.
So I'm gonna put them in my number 4. And that leads to my number 3, and I'm still going to put the Rams ahead of them. I still think the Rams are a better team, especially leading into this week. So I'm going to put the Rams at 3, and that leads to number 2 and number 1. And I think it's pretty obvious it's between the Packers and the Cardinals. People are going to say I'm kind of crazy for keeping the Packers top 2. I am going to put them at number 2, but they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. That was a big thing. Their defense, like TJ said, didn't look bad. They weren't great, but they didn't look bad. Their offense had some question marks.
I mean, they held the Chiefs to 13 points. It was the offense that couldn't convert on the opportunities that the defense was giving them all night long.
Exactly. And, Jordan Love struggled early trying to find, his best receivers. Devontae Adams didn't get much of a target share early. The second half, he got some short routes and didn't get too much yardage and everything. But Jordan Love is not the answer. Aaron Rodgers, they need you.
They're going to pay him. They're going to have to pay him in the offseason.
And so the number 1 team in the league is still Arizona Cardinals. I think they're the best team so far. They're on pace to be 15-2. I think they can do it. That's kind of crazy. But
I think they've been the best team all year. The only reason why we didn't have them number one last week is because they did just lose, but I still thought they were a better team than the Packers.
And they lost J.J. Watt too, and that's a huge loss. But.
Still have Chandler Jones though. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, TJ, let's hear it.
On top 5 last week, Packers at 1, Cardinals at 2, Bills at 3, Rams at 4, Cowboys at 5. Bills and Cowboys got to go. I've been riding the Bills train all season.
Thank God.
But now they're 6-3. They just lost to
Who?
Meyer.
Who they lose to? The Jaguars?
They lost to Jacksonville. I still think they're a playoff team, but I don't know if they're Super Bowl ready. So with that being said, number 5, even though I don't want to put them in there, but so many teams had a bye week this past week, I'm going to put the Bucs at 5. I don't like moving up a team that I didn't have in the top 5 before because they didn't play this past weekend. And their previous game was a loss to the Saints. But I'm going to do Bucs at 5. I'm going to do the Rams at 4 still. I'm going to keep the Rams at 4. And I'm going to put Tennessee in at 3. I think they.
Oh, look at y'all both putting Tennessee in.
Well, that's all subject to change.
You still don't think Adrian Peterson is going to put up?
Yeah, he had 21 yards. 21.
Hey, he had a touchdown and they won, so that's all that matters, right?
Their offense didn't play great. We talked about this on Monday. Anyways, I'm going to put Tennessee at 3. With that being said, like we've said, Aaron Rodgers is the Packers. I think that it was blatantly clear in that game. So I'm going to keep the Packers at 2. I am going to move the Cardinals up to 1 because even without Kyler Murray or D-Hop, they still were able to manage the 49ers. James Conner had a hat trick, and Colt McCoy, who I thought retired, still somehow in the league, came in and filled in and did pretty well. So, I think this weekend's all subject to change, though. I think we know that any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, a good team can lose, and we saw it this past weekend with as many upsets as there were.
Yeah, I like.
Literally the best teams in the NFL lost this past weekend.
I like those top 5s. I would say if I had to put a team at number 6, it would be the Baltimore Ravens.
I was gonna have the Baltimore Ravens at 6, but they had a bye week. I don't like moving. I don't like moving teams into top 5 positions if they had a bye week.
I was just wondering if you guys would have the Cowboys there since we had them at 5, but I think that loss to Denver, like they looked bad. Like, they ended up scoring 2 touchdowns at the end of the game,
but they were garbage touchdowns.
Denver like dominated them. They looked bad.
I know they were 2 garbage touchdowns with 3 minutes left. They put up 2 touchdowns. Who cares at that point?
Yeah. No, I was struggling between putting the Ravens or the Titans in, but the way the Titans defense played, plus they have a whole another win, and the Ravens. That's why I kind of secured that spot, But
it's it's all subject to change.
Yeah, that finishes off our you're gonna say something, Will?
I was gonna say there's not any matchups of our top 5 teams this year or this week, so
well, that's good. And they are subject to change. Like NFL's a crazy place, great teams go down each week and bad teams, just like the Jacksonville Jaguars take over, honestly dominated the Bills. It was only a 3-point game, but it was pretty upsetting.
They held the Bills offense to
No. Josh Allen beat the Bills. And I'm not talking quarterback Josh Allen. I'm talking Jacksonville's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He beat the Bills. The rest of the team didn't do anything.
Again, though, all these rankings are subject to change. But, hey, this is fun. Week 10 power rankings. That's it. Hey, we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.